You've seen those absolutely mind-blowing videos that AI can create from just a few words, right? I mean, it really does feel like magic. But there's a huge secret behind the curtain, a major challenge that's been holding the whole thing back. So let's dive in and crack the code to making AI video generation way, way faster.
I mean, just look at this, an astronaut just floating in space, and the whole thing was dreamed up by an AI. The detail here, the light, the realism, it's just incredible. This kind of tech is completely changing the game for creative work, turning a simple text prompt into something that looks like it's from a movie. But here's the thing they don't always tell you. Making just a few seconds of a high-quality video like this, it can take minutes, sometimes even dozens of minutes, even on some really powerful computers. It's like a massive computational traffic jam.
And that brings us to the big question, right? What's the holdup? Why does it take so long? And, more importantly, can we actually fix it? Okay, to find the answer, we've got to look under the hood of the AI itself. And our investigation leads us straight to something called the attention bottleneck. This, right here, is our prime suspect. At the very heart of this bottleneck is a mechanism called self-attention. Now, this process is how the AI figures out context. It literally looks at every single pixel and every single frame and connects it to every other pixel and frame to see how it all relates. It's the secret sauce that makes the final video actually make sense. Think about it like this. When you watch a movie, your brain just naturally focuses on the important stuff, right? The main character's face, the action, and you kind of filter out the boring background details. But the AI? Oh no, it doesn't do that. It's a total perfectionist. It meticulously compares everything to everything else, every single time. And while that's what makes it so powerful, it is also incredibly inefficient. So a group of researchers decided to dig into this super meticulous process. And what they found was a crucial clue, a hidden pattern of totally wasted effort that would basically change everything. So they discovered that when the AI was doing all that work, comparing everything to everything else, most of those comparisons were, well, they were pointless. The huge majority of these connections had a score so low it was negligible. The AI was spending almost all of its time and energy calculating things that barely mattered to the final video. This quote from the research paper really says it all, doesn't it? A huge chunk of the work could just be skipped, with almost no impact on the final result. It's kind of like finding out your star employee spends 70% of their day sorting paper clips that nobody is ever going to use. And here's the real kicker. This wasted effort wasn't random. The patterns of what to pay attention to and what to just ignore were surprisingly predictable. It didn't matter if the AI was making a panda or an astronaut, the same types of calculations were being wasted over and over again. And that consistency, well, that's the key. Because this waste was so predictable, the researchers realized they could design a way to avoid it. So they developed this really clever method, and they called it Calibat. You can think of it as the ultimate smart shortcut. So here's how it works in 3 pretty simple steps. First, they run a one-time calibration to map out all of those predictable, wasteful calculations. Step 2, based on that map, they create a mask, which is basically a cheat sheet that tells the AI, hey, all this stuff, you can totally ignore it. And then third, when it's time to actually generate a video, the AI just uses that cheat sheet to skip all the pointless work. The whole process gets a massive speed boost. So, does this smart shortcut actually work? Let's take a look at the payoff, because the results are, well, they're pretty staggering. So take this prompt, a panda drinking coffee. The original model, doing things the old, slow way, took almost 21 minutes to generate this little clip. But with Calibat's cheat sheet, just over 13 minutes. That's a massive speed up. And the best part, the quality is completely identical. And it's not a fluke. It works for other prompts too. Generating our astronaut friend took more than 6 minutes before. With Calibat, they got it down to 4 minutes and 10 seconds. It consistently shaves a huge chunk of time right off the top, without hurting the quality one bit. So all in all, in their experiments, the researchers got up to a 1.58 times end-to-end speedup. To put that another way, you're getting your final video almost 60% faster. And it's all just by teaching the AI to stop wasting its own time. So why is this such a big deal? Well, first off, it makes these amazing creative tools more accessible to everybody. Less waiting means more creating, right? It also dramatically cuts down the energy and computational cost of running these huge AI models, which is a massive win for sustainability. And maybe the most exciting part, this opens the door to generating longer, more complex, and even higher resolution AI videos down the road.
This breakthrough isn't really just about speed. It's about unlocking potential. And it leaves us with one really exciting question. Now that these barriers are starting to come down, what incredible things are we all going to create next?